Before I'm starting my speech, I would like to give a little disclaimer that all of the things that I will say on the speech are purely from my own opinion and not from any coercive or influence from the other party. Um, that's all. Hope you enjoy. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all of us. Thank you to all my friends and also to Mrs. Nur Sulistianingsih, my advisor, for giving me the opportunity to deliver a speech today. And I would also like to express my gratitude and praise to the Almighty God for getting me health and safety up to this moment. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ivan Pratama Haezar. I am an architecture student at 11 Maret University, and my student number is I0221-057. I stand before all of you today to discuss one of the crucial issues in our justice system, and it's called law enforcement pillars and their implementations in Indonesia. As we know, Indonesia is a constitutional state, as stated in UUD 1955 in Article 1, Paragraph 3 that explicitly states that Indonesia adalah negara hukum. So, as a constitutional state, all aspects in the social, national, and state fields, including the governance, must always be based on the law. And one of the legal authorities that play the most significant role in implementing the law is the judge who delivers decisions in court. In the midst of a complex and dynamic society, all of the joint efforts are needed to ensure the true justice are delivered. And the law must embody three of the core values. Those three core values are the principles of legal certainty, justice, and utility. These three values has become the pillars that ensure every individual receive fair and equal treatment within our legal system. So, the first pillar is the legal certainty. Normatively, legal certainty is achieved when legislation is enacted in a precise manner, so as not to give rise to multiple interpretations that may lead to the conflict or clashes between the norms. But if we observe the general nature of legal rules, it can be proven that the law does not aim to achieve justice or utility, but just purely to aim for legal certainty itself. On to the next pillar is justice. Justice does not mean equal distribution where everyone receives the same treatment and same share. The justice referred to is the demanding that each case should be weighed individually, since what is fair to one person may not be fair to the another person. And the last pillar is utility. Utility is a principle that accompanies the principles of justice and legal certainty. The principle of utility also serves as a consideration for implementing the principles of both legal certainty and justice. And the problem faced by the Indonesia is that the concept of law enforcement cannot run in all of the three balanced manner. So this poses a challenge itself for the judges to apply all of these 3 points to their maximum effort, since there will always be a tendency for a bias. And this issue is really concerning because human rights in Indonesia are threatened by all of these imbalances within these 3 pillars of law enforcement. On one hand, legal certainty may be achieved, but justice is not guaranteed to be achieved, and so vice versa. This situation has become a serious consequences for the protection of human rights, which should be the foundation of the effort itself to create a fair and justice society. So, in responding to these challenges, the involvement and active participation of all parties are necessary, including the government, legal institution, civil society, and individuals in building a fair and justice legal system. So only through synergy and collective commitment, we could overcome all these imbalances and protect human rights as a strong foundation in achieving a fair and justice society for all of the Indonesian citizens. That's all for me. That concludes for all of my speech. I apologize for any inconvenience and mistakes that I made along the speech. And once again, I would like to apologize and express all of my thanks to all of my friends and my advisor, Mrs. Nur Sulistianingsih, for giving me a chance to give a speech today. Thank you for all of your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.